welcome to SVG-TV News for Wednesday, March 4th, 2020. I am Yvette Boynes with the details. Local vendors who ply their trade along beachfronts across the country may soon require a license to do so. So says Prime Minister Dr. Al Gonsalves, who was speaking on WeFM on Monday. Noting that some persons have been complaining about the activities of some of these vendors, PM Gonsalves said Cabinet will be examining a ticketing system for beach vendors.
You know, you go out at Villa Beach, and you see the vendors crowding around the tourists, many of whom leave the beach right away. And sometimes some of the security personnel out there, they do not conduct themselves in a manner appropriate to the maintenance of order. In fact, sometimes they're very partial with particular vendors. But clearly, we need to have order. And I'm going to take a proposal to the Cabinet in relation to the requirement for licenses to go and sell on the beach. We have to put order.
The Prime Minister said while he understands persons must make a living, it is important for things to be done orderly.
You can make a living, but you can't go on and just be crowding tourists and making them feel uncomfortable on the beach. You can't be crowding citizens and making them feel uncomfortable on the beach. Danny?
Yeah.
All of us, we have to, this is a small place. We have limited space, and we have to do things properly and orderly. Actually, you know, the order is built into the Bible. You remember the book of Genesis? They brought order out of chaos, you know, order out of normlessness. Eh?
Yes.
So it's a basic thing, both for God and human civilization.
The members of the Royal St. Vincent and the Grenadines Police Force and its auxiliary force are mourning the death of a veteran senior police officer. On Tuesday, March 3rd, 2020, former Assistant Superintendent of Police Daniel Hall died at his home in Lower Kittels, Russia Bay, after a brief illness. Hall had a long and distinguished career as a police officer. He was first enlisted as band cadet on April 1st, 1982. Having served in that capacity, he enlisted in the Royal St. Vincent and the Grenadines Police Force on January 10th, 1986, and was assigned to the police band. He served the organization and the people of SVG for 34 years, 1 month and 20 days, all of which was spent at the police band. At the time of his death, he was the police band master. Cardiology is one of the most important specializations in medicine, and a team of cardiologists under the World Pediatric Project recently conducted a mission here, engaged in life-saving work. The World Pediatric Project has over the years provided specialized care, saving and improving the lives of hundreds of children locally and regionally. Head of the cardiology mission, Dr. William Moskowitz, said there are heart conditions which are endemic to the region and believes their work, along with that of other stakeholders, can have a positive impact on the lives of children with these conditions.
General heart defects that we can repair, we will continue to try and do that. As importantly, if not more importantly, is the rheumatic heart disease, which the WHO has known that the EC is an endemic area. And every time we come here for the last almost 2 decades, we see rheumatic heart disease. We've done through the Ministry of Health and Education and through WPP have built a program for detection and prevention, and clearly over the last number of years there have been fewer cases, so that part of it's working. But we have to continue to educate the principals and teachers in the school, the parents of children, as well as the health districts to look out for strep throat and to treat it early to prevent rheumatic fever. And then if you have rheumatic fever, to prevent recurrences by being sure the patients continue to get penicillin every month. There's far more rheumatic heart disease than there is congenital heart disease, and that's why both of those are so important.
Thank you so much.
Many centers around the world which provide heart surgeries and other related services require a full complement of specialized staff as well as advanced tool or equipment to administer care. Dr. Moskowitz said while the region does not have all of the resources needed, he believes the specialists working along with the WPP can provide world-class care.
Because St. Vincent and the Grenadines, the Eastern Caribbean, does not have a cardiac surgical program, it takes a huge amount of resources, not only a physical plant with operating room facilities, but also the support staff, the perfusionists that run the heart-lung machine, the critical care units that have all the medications and equipment, rhythm concerns. So it takes a whole support team. It's not just the surgeon and the cardiologist, a whole team of people necessary for that. We certainly have been coming here for a long time, and with the resources that the EC has, we have the ability to follow patients actively and bring them to the States as necessary for the procedures through World Pediatric Project, and then continue to follow them here. Maybe sometime in the future, because as you know, we've built an operating room here as well as neonatal ICU and pediatric ICU. There may be an opportunity in the future to advance the level of care here, but currently the patients are getting the same type of care here and follow-up that we offer back in the States. So there's not a two-tiered system of care. If we can't provide the care that's good enough here, then we have to figure out how to do that.
This month is being observed as Endometriosis Awareness Month. Endometriosis advocate and organizer of the event Fashion, Art, Music for Endometriosis, Nika Anderson Isaacs, continues to raise awareness about the female health issue. Anderson, who lobbies for financial assistance for other women living with endometriosis, secured more than 3,000 EC dollars to help pay medical bills for 2 of these women.
Our health is a shared responsibility, and it's important to do the right thing and to do it the right way and to take charge and responsibility of your health. I intend to grow more and to help more women, girls, and our men, and to bring them along in this process. I want to continue to bless and inspire women and to thank all the persons who have been with me on this process from day one and who continues to support me.
The Sunset Shores Hotel is partnering with FAM on the initiative, and according to its representative Sandra King, they are happy to help more women who are suffering with the disease.
With the goal, as I said, and the drive, we thought that we needed to be a part of it. And I was very happy that Nika didn't just seek assistance for herself, but she continued to seek assistance from other ladies who are suffering with this condition. And today, we have a recipient who is going to go off to get treatment to enjoy a better way of life. As they said, it's no cure, but the treatment she would get would help to make her life more comfortable.
2 women who are living with the disease shared their experience coping with the disease. A researcher on endometriosis also shared her findings at Tuesday's handing over ceremony.
I have endured this chronic pain every single month, sometimes twice per month, and it has not been easy. It has changed me completely. Mind, body, and soul. My entire life revolves around it.
If other women could handle period pain, why can't you? But then the pain started happening outside of my period. I would have pain down my back, down my legs, pain where my ovaries are located in my lower abdomen, and I didn't think that was normal.
You go as far as doing other things, push We can have walks for this. We can go to the schools and educate students about this, because most of these girls don't even know about this, and you can actually get endometriosis at a very young age. People might think, oh, she has just pelvic pain. I mean, it's probably just menstrual pain, the usual menstrual pain, but most times it comes from there. So, as a lady, as women, even the men, if you notice any problem that doesn't seem normal, even if it's just a pelvic pain, but then it's recurring, please see a doctor.
A cancer patient from the Diamond community today received a financial donation of $1,500 to help with her medical expenses. The funds were raised through the recently held Diamond Village Fish Festival. The check was handed over by Area Representative Saboto Caesar.
Importantly, at the event and on the day, we were able to raise some assistance for Colette Jacobs. Her daughter, Maria Jacobs, was diagnosed with cancer and has to travel to Barbados. And Diamond Village Fish Fest today will be making a contribution of $1,500, and we have been able to mobilize $2,200 to assist her in traveling to Barbados with her daughter.
A cricket pitch was also handed over today, which the area rep says will be beneficial to the community.
Also assisted the community in establishing a cricket pitch, and this contribution was in the tune of 1,500 Eastern Caribbean dollars, and I want to thank Nixon McLean, who spent many hours there assisting us in ensuring we have a pitch of a high quality. The other persons who came out also from the community and worked for a period of about 2 to 3 weeks to ensure that after the first event, we are leaving behind a cricket pitch to serve not only the primary school, the Diamond Village Primary School, but also the community of Diamonds, the constituency of South Central Windward, the Windward side of the island, and basically all of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. I want us to continue to pray for Colette Jacobs and her daughter Maria in this their trying period, and we are here to give her the fullest support, and we wish them all the very best in the recovery of Maria.
Highlighting aspects of the Fish Fest, Minister Caesar said it was well done and provided stakeholders with the opportunity to showcase a wide variety of local fish products.
Witness persons who are in the fishing industry coming out, making different forms of contributions to ensure that the event was a success. On February 29th, we had the first event, and we will be advertising the next date, whereby we're going to have another event of a similar nature. It is one of those times as an organizer and an organizing group whereby you have persons calling your cell phone on a morning asking you, when is the next date for the upcoming event? And really and truly, it would not have been possible without the participation and the assistance of all stakeholders.
The National Emergency Management Organization, NEMO, will conduct a tsunami evacuation drill in Union Island tomorrow, Thursday, 5th March 2020. NEMO says the main objective of the tsunami evacuation drill is to test the tsunami inundation evacuation plans developed for Clifton and Ashton Union Island under the Intergovernmental Oceanographic Commission of the United Nations, Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization, and its Caribbean Tsunami Information Center Tsunami Recognition Program. Residents of Union Island, students of the Mary Hutchinson and Stephanie Brown government schools, and owners and operators of businesses along the coastal areas are expected to participate in the exercise. According to Director of NEMO, Michelle Forbes, participation in the tsunami evacuation drill will give residents a better understanding of where they live or operate business in relation to the tsunami risk, the areas likely to be flooded by the tsunami waves, and the assembly areas outside the tsunami inundation zone. Forbes says the pretend scenario exercise will simulate or pretend that an earthquake occurred off the coast of Venezuela and present a tsunami threat to Union Island, and that NEMO will activate the National Tsunami Warning Protocols for SVG, and the residents of Union Island will also activate the tsunami evacuation plan for the island. The exercise will be held from 10:30 a.m. to 12 noon tomorrow. The Bequia Easter Regatta committees are in the final stages of preparations for the Easter Regatta, which is scheduled to be held on the Easter weekend from Friday, April 5th to April 13th. There is a sailing committee and an onshore committee who have a packed weekend of activities for patrons to enjoy. Commodore of the Bequia Sailing Committee, Rory King, said that they are hoping to attract regional and international sailors who will add to the events for the 3 days of sailing from the 5th to the 8th.
We're starting our races on Friday, and all boats are going to be racing. All the yachts are going to be racing. All the Bequia Dubliners are going to be racing. The only people who have racing on that day would be the junior sailors. They do their race on Sunday. Taking the initiative before the ark race left the Azores this year to send them flyers. We had somebody go down there and actually give out flyers to the boats before they leave. So they know that Bequia Easter Regatta is going to happen, and we are trying to invite them to come on board with us. I think the count for the ark race is like 180 or 160 boats. Could you correct me if I'm wrong?
This year, the sailing committee continues to focus on youngsters, as there are more than 70 youngsters who have already expressed interest to participate in the activities both on and offshore. Chairperson of the Bequia Onshore Committee, Jan Providence, said they will be introducing some new activities this year to engage the locals.
On Saturday the 11th, we have the bake-off competition. This year, we are moving from the almond tree, and we'll be hosting that event at Frangipani Hotel. Also on Saturday, and the bake-off will be at 1 p.m., but prior to the bake-off, at 9:30 at Hamilton Beach, we'll have our gumboat and coconut boat race, which has grown over the years and is getting bigger and bigger. Following the coconut boat race, we'll have Easter egg hunt, which will happen immediately after the coconut race, just before the prize giving ceremony for the coconut and gumboat race. Anybody interested in the coconut boat race, you can contact Miss Chevy Pierre. And for your Easter egg hunt, it's Dorsel John.
The Ministry of Tourism and the SVG Tourism Authority are also providing support to the Bequia Sailing Committee with the hosting of the Easter weekend of activities. Chief Executive Officer of the SVG Tourism Authority, Glen Beach, said that they have increased the funding for the Bequia Easter Regatta.
You know, we see it as very important moving forward. We've increased what we've given over time. I think this year we're giving $25,000 dollars, and then there's certain things in kind that will add up to a bit more. With the onshore committee, what we've given in the past is $5,000. We're carrying that up to $7,500 this year, and we look at some other perks and so on. I see Ms. Solin smiling.
4 students representing the SVG Community College would leave the state tomorrow to compete in this year's Windward Islands Debating Competition, WIDC. Zachary Richards, Casey DeFreitas, Dini Jaliso, and Haranice Collins would compete in the weekend-long competition in Rosa Dominica, where they would address topics surrounding youth involvement in climate change, medicinal marijuana, and the political climate within the Caribbean. This year's competition is hosted by the Dominica State College and would see participation from students representing the various state colleges of St. Lucia, Grenada, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and Dominica. Local WIDC chairperson and deputy director of the SVG Community College, Eula Adams, said the competition aids in the development of the students' networking skills, research capabilities, and oratory skills. The students would be accompanied by Adams as well as Assistant Registrar Juno Laborde and Lecturer Tedra Kirby. The delegation is expected to return to SVG on Sunday. The WIDC takes place in a different Windward Island each year.